Got it.
Well, hey, Diet Disruptors, Carrie here. And oh my goodness, I am so excited about today's episode. I am going to introduce you all to an amazing diet disruptor. Mindy is here. She is from Phoenix, Arizona. Mindy, say hi to everyone.
Hello.
Mindy has so much energy, and she has to because she's a kindergarten teacher. Am I right?
That's true.
She is a kindergarten teacher, and she has been living this lifestyle for a while now. And I cannot wait for her to share with you what she did this summer for a month and how she continued to live this lifestyle. So we're going to get into that. But Mindy, first, tell everybody a little bit about you, how you kind of found disruptive nutrition and why you kind of went with us and why you're still with us.
All right. Well, I'll tell you. First of all, I'm from Minnesota, and 11 and a half years ago, my husband and I moved to Phoenix. I transferred my job and we moved to Phoenix. I had a super high metabolism, never had to diet. People say all the diet things like we say. I never had to do that. I turned 50 and went through menopause. And I was like, oh my gosh, what is happening to me? And there was nothing I could do. Nothing was going to make it better. I tried exercising more, and I really didn't eat a lot or poorly, I didn't think, and all of that. And so I found you on Facebook and I joined your group. I think it was about 2 years ago.
Yeah, I think you've been with us for a while.
Yeah. And I was like, now this is something I could do because I love to eat little portions all day long. That's who I am.
And you're a teacher. And I have a lot of teachers that say, oh, that's really hard. I'm a busy teacher. And I'm like, trust me, we can do this, right?
Oh, yeah. I can stuff half a bar in my mouth really quick and pretty secretively.
I mean, there's so many options, right? Yeah.
And I truly, and then I guess it was probably about 6 months later when I actually did the 4 weeks to wellness. Mm-hmm. And after that, I was like, oh my gosh, this is the perfect thing for me. This is absolutely my style, and I love it. And I have not felt better for a very long time. So, I mean, I feel great. And I like to be able to eat every 3 to 4 hours. and yeah, it's perfect for me.
I mean, Mindy, I love our membership group so much because I think it's just filled with so much compassion and support, and you are one of them that's in that group offering that, and yet still getting advice. I mean, I use the group, I think, as much as anybody else does, and I think having a like-minded community is so important. But I'm so excited to be able to share with you to our larger group because, yes, you've been doing this lifestyle for a couple of years now, and it's so automatic that I saw a post of yours on Facebook and I reached out to you and said, you have to share this. So tell everybody what you posted and why do you think I reached out to you about that?
Well, my husband and I were on a 1 month road trip. And
1 month road trip.
And the destination was truly to see our kids and grandkids in Minnesota. And so we spent a little over 2 weeks of it in Minnesota. And while I was there, I was able to drink my shakes and do pretty much what I needed to do. But I also was probably much more yellow light and a few extra red lights than I normally would when I come home and my daughter has made a spaghetti dinner with cheesy garlic bread.
You gotta eat it, right?
I had to eat it. And then I was so sorry because of course I was all bloated and miserable feeling, but I just took an extra walk.
That's different than feeling guilty. Tell me you didn't feel guilty.
Oh, not at all.
Good.
Not at all.
That's a freedom right there, don't you think?
Yes, for sure. And
Mhm.
I really, the rest of the time, it was pretty easy. I had my 31 bag full of Aloha bars and turkey sticks and rice rollers and clementines and protein shakes and fizz sticks. And I went, there were a few things along the way that were definitely, as you call them, soul food.
Soul filling food, right?
Yeah,
Because
food,
we say
and
food is not good or bad. Food just is. And there's food that serves your body and there's food that serves your soul.
exactly. And so I had to have a runza, and I don't know if you know runzas,
I
but
don't.
they are a cabbage. It's cabbage hamburger, like in a complete bread roll, and they have them in Omaha and or in Nebraska and Iowa.
Oh
And
my
that's
gosh,
where my
if any of
husband.
you watching this knows what she's talking about, please comment and tell me more. Find a picture and send comment on a picture. That sounds
Oh, I
amazing.
had to have that. But anyways, we yeah, it's great. And one thing I want to add to that is I have arthritis very badly in my hands and my neck and my knees and my feet and my back. And seriously, doing this lifestyle has made that a whole lot better.
It's
My
amazing.
joints are not as swollen and don't swell very often. And yeah,
I
it's
mean,
great.
that's so important because we talk all the time about how the scale is just so not should not be a part of our lives. We know if
No,
we're doing right by our body with so many other indicators, and that is one of them, and that's amazing. I love that you literally went out on the road for 4 weeks. You
yes,
rode your motorcycle. You and your
yes.
husband ride motorcycles, which I think is beautiful and wonderful. And yet, like, yeah, you have enough food in your emergency kind of packet to be able to know that you can still fuel yourself, but you could stop and eat anywhere. Would you say no matter
Exactly.
where you went, there was going to be a way for you to know exactly how to eat?
Yes. And even the fact, when we'd stay in a hotel and the continental breakfast, and I would eat hard-boiled eggs and a piece of fruit.
Yeah.
And it was like perfect,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. And that's the thing, to be able to have options. I always say confidence doesn't come from just meeting your goals. Confidence comes from knowing that what you're doing is right. And you were able to go on this trip for a month with
Mhm.
confidence, not just because you packed everything and you had to like plan it all and you had it in front of you, but you have the knowledge that nobody can take away from you.
Exactly.
I think that is
Exactly.
so wonderful. And that you could eat all those things without guilt and come back and be able to be right back on plan. I'm going to guess that you didn't derail yourself that much.
No, I really didn't. I
Yeah.
really didn't.
And that's because,
There were moments, but
yeah, but
not
also you come back and you can just get right back on. And it's not like you gained
exactly.
50 pounds because you went on
No,
vacation for
not
a
at
month.
all. Not at all.
The longer we do this, I always say the better it gets. It's like a fine wine, right? And so your body trusts you now. Your body is just churning and burning.
Mhm.
So you can have those off-plan meals, especially when you're on vacation more and more often without really missing a beat at all. It's just you don't you crave a salad though once you're on those
Oh, I
trips?
do. That's exactly what I said. I said, "Oh my gosh, I just want a salad. Please stop at Panera. I can get a good decent salad."
Yes, I totally hear you. But I just love your energy, your enthusiasm. The fact is you just continue to live your life and because you live this lifestyle, you are that grandmother that rides motorcycles and
I am.
right?
I can't kick a soccer ball because of my knees, but I can chase them up and down the up and down at the park. And I did save my granddaughter's happiness because she wanted peanut butter and jelly, and my son was out of jelly. And I said, "Oh, but you have strawberries." And they both looked at me like I was crazy. And I said, "Here, mash up those strawberries." So my 4-year-old granddaughter, mashed up strawberries and put them on her peanut butter sandwich. And she was like,
You you just cut out a little bit, but
"Oh,
that I love that story.
Yeah, she was super, couldn't believe that she was putting strawberries on her peanut butter sandwich.
That is amazing, because this is what we talk about all the time. Yeah. I love that. I love that. We talk about that all the time, right? Where like our kids should be doing this, and we can be educating our kids. And whether you're 52 years old like Mindy, or you're, 4 years
60.
old like her granddaughter. Oh, 62.
I'm 60. No, I'm 60 years old. I turned 60 this year.
You're 60?
60.
Holy cow, girl. I thought you were in your 50s. That's even more incredible. She's 60 years old. And if Mindy can do this and live this lifestyle and be a busy kindergarten teacher and do this for years and still be able to, ride her motorcycle and go on a month-long vacation without derailing it all and having the confidence, it's just, I know everybody can do that. You're inspirational, Mindy.
Why, thank you.
I am so excited that we got to have this conversation. All right. So I'm going to leave you with some words of inspiration. Okay. So you are wise, you are experienced, and you are an educator. So you leave our Diet Disruptors with some insight from Mindy about, just living this lifestyle and what they need to do to be able to really, truly rock it.
Well, I have to say the best part to me, and I think that this is the key, is that anyone can do it. And like you say so many times, everything can be a PFC. Mm-hmm. So there shouldn't be the guilt. And that really makes a big difference. And I also love how great it is to be able to eat every 3 to 4 hours. And I'm hungry. I buy 3 or 4 hours. So I really
that's a good sign that your metabolism is working.
Exactly. So you can do it. That's the real truth. Anybody can do it.
I love it. Mindy,
thank you. And Carrie, you're wonderful.
Oh, you're more wonderful. I'm so excited that we're Facebook connected and that we're members and that we just live this lifestyle together. I always say that, we're like the people we hang out with the most, and our membership group is so important because we all get to live this lifestyle together. Mindy, thank you. I love that you're in your car right now doing this with us. You make it work. This woman is literally no excuses. Like, she is not a victim of her circumstances. I always say you can't control your circumstances, but you can control your response. And Mindy is living proof of that. So thank you, Mindy, for being here and for sharing your story, your heart, your inspiration. You're amazing.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, everybody, comment, bye to Mindy. Give some love to Mindy. Give her some fire. She's amazing. Thanks, Mindy.